Давай, Златан. Реал Мадрид, таңдап берші Қайратқа, давай. Давай. Zlatan. Bavaria.
So it is Bayern München, so the champions of Germany, who scored 99 goals last year and lost just 2 matches to win their 33rd Bundesliga title. So we are ready. Apparently, our computer has already drawn the 8 opponents.
Давай, компьютер.
And I would ask Kaka now, press the button and we will.
Опа! Кака, давай! Челси, Париж, Брюгге, Арсенал, Спортинг, ПСВ, Юнион, Пафос. Все.
Blockbuster clashes, to say the least. Bayern Munich will be hosting Chelsea at home and then travelling to the Parc des Princes to take on the champions PSG. That's from pot 1. From pot 2, it's Club Bruges and an away trip to North London to take on Arsenal. From pot 3, they will face Sporting Club and PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And from pot 4, they take on newcomers Saint-Gilloise and another newcomer as well. They'll travel to Cyprus to meet Paphos.
Yeah, and we see one of the recent finals already played again between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern. So Zlatan, we're ready. We can now move on. We go to the second team.
Опа! Екінші команда. Zlatan, давай. Реал түссін.
Chelsea FC, the winners
Chelsea,
of all UEFA competitions. So for Chelsea, we are also ready, and for Chelsea we need to find out 7 opponents because one is already known, it's Bayern.
Yeah, Bavaria ekan.
Press the button.
Давай.
We'll know soon.
So we find out that
Barcelona, Bavaria, Ajax,
2-time winners.
Napoli.
It's Barcelona to go on with Bayern Munich in pot 1. In pot 2, home match with
Chelsea мен Қайрат ойнамайды.
Benfica and a trip to Atalanta. In pot 3, it's Ajax at home and Napoli away. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting Paphos, the debutants, and Karabakh. They'll have a trip to Azerbaijan. That's the path for Chelsea.
Yes, this is the path for Chelsea. Zlatan, help us please with another team.
Реал Мадридпен Қайрат.
Real Madrid, the only
Ебать!
team which has played more than 500 matches in this competition, 503 to be precise. For Real Madrid, we know nothing yet, so if you press the button, we will reveal 8 opponents for Real Madrid.
Can. Манчестер Сити, Ливерпуль, Ювентус. Так. Қайрат Алматы! На, блядь! Айттым оны! Реал Мадрид пен Қайрат, сука! Сантьяго Бернабеуге барамыз! Сантьяго Бернабеу қазақтардікі чотам! Сантьяго Бернабеу қазақтардікі!
It's AS Monaco, and it's a trip to Kazakhstan to take on the newcomers Қайрат Алматы.
Yes, and another recent final with Liverpool, so Liverpool Real Madrid to be played again. Thank you very much, Zlatan. Please go and let's see who comes next. Internazionale Milano finalists 3 months ago, and the best defense
So the 7 remaining teams for Borussia Dortmund, then Manchester City, a trip to the Etihad in pot 1. From pot 2, they host Villarreal and travel to Juventus. From pot 3, it's newcomers and of course Europa League semi-finalists Bodo Glimt, and the Europa League finalists as well, Tottenham Hotspur from champions, I should say, the Europa League champions, Tottenham Hotspur, from pot 3. And from pot 4, they will host Athletic Club and they'll travel to Denmark to take on Copenhagen.
Yes, and the less recent final here, Juventus Borussia Dortmund, back to 1997. So, Zlatan, yes, please.
It doesn't look exciting, yeah? Nasser. Liverpool.
Liverpool FC. So, champions, English champions for the 20th time, equaling the record of Manchester United, and first place in the league phase of last season. For Liverpool, they have already been drawn against Real Madrid and Inter, and they don't know the opponents in pot 2, 3, and 4.
That's absolutely right, Giorgio. 6 opponents to find out now for Liverpool. It's Atletico de Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt from pot 2. PSV Eindhoven at home and Olympique Marseille away from pot 3. And in pot 4, Karabakh at Anfield and Galatasaray in Istanbul.
So this is it. This is the path for Liverpool. We have 3 teams left to conclude pot number 1. So let's see who comes next.
Barcelona.
This time it is FC Barcelona, top scorers last year, 43 goals. Of course, no surprise because their front line is really atomic. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal can score to anybody. Please, Kaká, press the button. 7 opponents to be revealed for Barcelona.
Yeah, another one of Zlatan's former clubs then. We know they're facing Chelsea from pot 1. They're also taking on another one of Zlatan's former clubs, PSG. From pot 2, Barcelona will host Eintracht Frankfurt and travel to Belgium to take on Club Brugge. From pot 3, it's Olympiacos and a trip to Slavia Praha. And from pot 4, Barcelona host Copenhagen. Ooh, and they travel to St James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, this is it. We have only 2, so take one of the 2 balls, so that the computer can draw their opponents.
Paris Saint-Germain.
And now the title holders of Paris Saint-Germain, they won not just the Champions League, but the treble, so the 2 major trophies also in France. Only 9 clubs have done it in Europe, so big merit to this team. And Kaká, you have to reveal 6 of their opponents after Bayern and Barcelona.
The defending champions will also be playing Atalanta at home, Bayer Leverkusen away in pot 2, hosting Tottenham, and playing in Lisbon against Sporting in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a home match with Newcastle United and a trip to face Athletic Club.
Yes. So that's all. We know everything also for Paris Saint-Germain. And Zlatan, if you pick the last ball, we all know who we're talking about, but the paper will also show it.
Manchester City.
And of course it is Manchester City record holders because they did 26 matches without a single defeat between 2022 and 24. They will play Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and tell us which are the 6 teams.
Yeah, and completing the path then for Manchester City. Some great trips actually for the City fans. From pot 2, they host Bayer Leverkusen and they travel to Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Napoli and a trip to the Arctic Circle to take on Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, Galatasaray and a visit here in the Principality to take on AS Monaco. So, the first teams have been drawn. Some incredible fixtures to look forward to already. Kaká's former side Real Madrid taking on Manchester City again. Zlatan's former team Inter against Liverpool, and the holders Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. We have to remind you at this stage, of course, that the grid shows you all of the fixtures, but not necessarily the order. The full calendar will be released for you on Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, tune in for that. We're done with pot 1, of course. Before we go to pot 2, I had a quick question for Zlatan about PSG. Of course, you were there 4 seasons, won 4 league titles, and you've actually scored more goals in the Champions League for PSG, 20, than any other club. So how happy were you to see them lift the trophy for the first time ever last season?
I'm super happy. I have a good relationship with the president, Nasser. I was there from the first day. I'm super proud that I was the architect of the project, because for every project you need an architect, and I was the architect. It's now easy to play in PSG because when I came, I ate schnitzel, now they eat caviar, so a little different. No, I'm super happy and proud. They're doing an amazing job. and I think the whole world is enjoying, and they just have to keep going and be humble, feet on the ground, and work, just like they're doing.
Thanks for your insight. We are moving on to pot 2 now, where 9 more teams are about to find out their destiny in this season's league phase. Nine more outstanding teams in pot 2, including a couple of 2-time winners, Juventus and Benfica, 3-time finalists, Atletico de Madrid, and last season's semi-finalists, Arsenal. Gentlemen, and specifically Giorgio, back to you.
Yes, not back to me, but back again to Zlatan. You are absolutely great with the pot 1. Show us more greatness now. And here we go, first team of pot 2.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, Bayer Leverkusen, who won all 4 home matches last year without conceding a single goal to their opponents. We are ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Just to remind everyone, Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are their pot 1 opponents. Please. Thank you.
Okay, these are the next teams that Bayer Leverkusen will be playing. From pot 2, they will host Villarreal and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot 3, it's a home tie against PSV Eindhoven and a trip to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot 4, Newcastle United at home and Copenhagen away.
Yes, so this is